Okay, I'm going over to the Miguel Everyone channel to do a couple of these videos that I just uploaded this afternoon and look at them and talk a little bit about them. I usually don't get into this conspiracy stuff because that's what everyone takes it as, is when I tell people that I'm being tracked and I'm being followed and I got to keep changing my phone numbers and I got to keep changing vehicles and all this kind of shit. I can never live in one place because if I live in one place for too long, it's only a matter of time before they grab me. So, again, it sounds conspiratorial because no one believes any of the things that I'm showing them in my videos. But if you go to the Michael Oziak channel or to this channel, Miguel Everyone channel, and you start watching my videos, listen to what I'm explaining to you, and you actually look, then you will see it. But this particular video, I guess it's going to be directed more towards the agents that are all following me. You guys are terrible at your jobs. There was 2 of you today, possibly 3, and I've got the plate numbers for both of you, and I've already tracked you. I've tracked your names. I know the people who you work for. I already got all that. So you're really not really as good of investigators, if you want to call it that, as your bosses think you are. So, to the bosses, your guys suck. I know they'll be angry at me for saying that, and then when they do whatever bullshit you're going to try to trump up on me, and you're coming at me, then I'm sure they'll be more pissed off knowing that I ratted them out for being really shitty at their job. So anyways, I'm going to pause this here. I'm going to talk about a few things here. Let me get a stick. Hold on. Okay, I just mentioned too to the people that I was going to do series with, Will, Robin, possibly Robin, if she turns out to not be an agent herself. And there were a couple of others. Let me bring this up to full screen. And there were a couple others that I put the word out there. Now, just to let you know, a lot of times what I'm doing, we're going to concentrate on this truck right here, this silver truck that's back here. Okay, in a second, I'm gonna zoom in on them in a minute. So when you see these pricks parking on the street, it's because they're investigators. They can't park in private driveways, personal driveways. They always have to park on streets. So if you're coming out of your family's home or if you're coming out of your friend's house or whatever and you see a strange car, you might not know it's a strange vehicle because you don't know your friends' neighborhoods. I used to be an investigator. I was better than these fucking guys. Anyways, because I got them on my house cameras for years now. This has been going on and everything like that. But they laid off for maybe 6 months to a year, probably because, when they laid off last? When I changed my phone number, I changed the vehicle I was driving, I changed my life, I moved around a lot. I sometimes I'm out on Block Island. I just came back from Florida. I'm always jumping around and moving around. So that may be why, or either that or maybe I just wasn't paying attention for a while and I lost track of them or whatever. But for the last few months, I felt like someone was watching me, and for the last couple of weeks, big time watching me, and my family and everybody else because they're all over it. So right here is where he was parked when I first pulled up at the stop sign that this camera is at right now. This camera's almost at the stop sign right now where I have it paused. And this is a cross street, of course, and everything like that. So he was parked here. So what I did was I reversed it from where I'm parked right. I pulled up to the stop sign. I seen him here. I was like, oh, okay, so they're in the silver truck today. Now, I've seen the silver truck somewhere before, and I'm not exactly 100% sure because I didn't get the plate number, all that kind of stuff. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyways, I backed up about 15 feet, pulled over to the side of the road to mount my camera. I mounted my camera in my windshield. He backed out of here, and he pulled up, and he parked right around here. So he didn't move. He stayed parked here. He probably seen me hooking up my camera. He was figuring out what I was doing or whatever. So he parked here. This is him right here. This is the silver pickup truck. Let's see. I'm going to bring this back a little bit. if I can. There we go. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so he was parked here. And then he pulled up somewhere around here. Hold on. And there, is this the other silver truck? Yeah. So there's this silver truck here. This is the one I'll show you in a minute in another video. On my way back down the road from looking for this guy, I thought it might have been him, and it might have been totally innocent, and he just pulled up and then pulled into his own driveway. It's not. It's not the same truck. I already determined all that stuff. I already investigated everything. So let me see, because I'm almost positive that I got him on here. Hold on.
Yeah, so this is one of the dudes that's been following me.
Yeah, because watch when I pull up here. Watch. Watch when I pull up. Hold on.
It's been tracking me for a couple of weeks.
Okay, hold on. He's back here somewhere. Because it's right when this car is pulling out that I get him on the camera. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there he is. So it's right, I get him right before this other car pulls up. He's right here. Oh, hold on. He's right there. Driving away. So he parked over here, and then when he seen me pull up to the stop sign, he starts driving away. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is for this reason here. Watch. Okay, so I'm going to count the seconds from the time so that's the last time I see his truck in my view. Now he's not that far away. He's right here where this white car is. His truck's right here. And there's a bend right here. There's a bend in the trees. So he parked here. He went this way. He saw me pull up here. He figured I was going to make a run for him. So, and that's what got him to do what he's about to do now. Hold on. So I'm going to try to count the seconds. Once this white car gets to the stop sign and I cross across, I'm going to start counting. Matter of fact, I should start counting now, because here's the truck here. I'm going to start counting as soon as I hit play. Because what I'm pointing out is he must have done 70 to 90 miles an hour in order to get out of my sight once this all goes down. So there he goes. Hold on. Some 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi. So 14 seconds. So 14 seconds.
It's probably going to blow a Yui.
So 14 seconds. Here's where he was, going around this corner right here. When I last had him in the camera. Okay? Now this road straightens out here and there, like right here. So in 14 seconds, I should be able to see him going up over this next ridge over here. He's not anywhere. So I'm looking side to side as I'm going, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, where did Prick go, you know? So there's only 2 turn-off roads. Again, if you're an investigator, you don't really have the right to park in people's driveway, but you can certainly turn around in someone's driveway.
Took off hard.
So
he either pulled into a driveway and turned around, or...
So I'm waiting for the streets. I think the first street's coming up on the right. Yep, right there. Right? Is that the one? Yeah, I believe that's the first street.
So he either stepped on it, he's flying.
There it is. There's the street. So he could have went up that street, but he didn't, because I looked up that street, and it's a long way, and it's a cul-de-sac. You have to turn around up there.
I don't see him coming back yet.
Okay, and the other one's coming up here on the left, which leads up behind a water tower. Okay, coming up to the left. I'll show you when we get there.
Yeah, he either stepped on it or he pulled into somebody's driveway. I was trying to look both ways.
Yeah, they're in my computers as well too. My computers are all fucked up. They're always slowing down. So right up here on the left is the other turnoff, and it goes back the opposite direction. But I know that. So when I was passing it, my head was turning up that hill. I was looking up that hill to see if I seen the ass end of the truck, right? So I go all the way down to the end of the street here. I'm looking in driveways. Now there's only 2 gray trucks on the entire street that are parked anywhere. One of them's silver,
Nope.
one of them's
So
gray.
probably back that way.
So I'm gonna go all the way up
Without
to
the fucking
the
scene.
top of the street here. I would definitely have seen him. I'm 14 seconds behind him when I started out, right? So I go up to the top of the street here and I'm looking both ways, which is I can see for miles. I can see for a mile and a half in both directions. So here I go. Nope, nope, and nope.
So,
Right, not to the left, not to the right. So that means he did not come this way. I know that for sure. So I back up. I say, okay, he's either in a driveway or he took one of those 2 side streets. Now, I could have taken those 2 side streets and then I would not have known if he went straight. So going straight had to be the way that it's the only way I could
that's
go.
fine.
I had to go straight in order to
So I
figure
see
that
me
out
pull over,
first.
I backed up.
So now here I am heading back.
He was eyeballing me out his
I'll turn the volume down a
back
little.
window of the silver pickup truck.
I'll turn the volume down a little bit. So these are only 4 or 5 minute videos because I thought I had lost them. I'm heading back. And I figured, fuck it. You know, he could have went up there. There's the other one. So did you see up that road? So I already looked up that road when I was coming back the other way because that road, too, doesn't go anywhere. There's a few houses up there, and you cannot get out of there. And same thing with down this other road that's going to be over to the left. And then on the left-hand side, I make mention of a gray truck, but it's a gray truck, not a silver truck, parked in a guy's driveway. And they look too new and in too good a shape to be the truck that I was looking for. So I'm saying, where the fuck did this prick go, right? So I'm going to save you some drama. I'm going to fast forward here. So I come all the way back down to the end. Okay, I'm going to pause it here if I can. Yep, I can. So I'm going to pause it right here. Maybe I'll pause it here. Okay, so where I was, if you can see my mouse over here, so I pulled down this road here. I pulled up to the stop sign here. I saw the prick looking at me from where, almost the same place where my camera is now, except I'm on the road and not off to the side. I backed up right around this telephone pole right here and mounted my camera. So he had a full view of me mounting my camera. Granted, a little bit of angles going on here and stuff like that, so I was only catching the side of his truck, but he was obviously getting worried because he backed up and he started to leave. As he started to back out, I pulled up to the stop sign to let him know that, actually not yet. Once he parked up further, right where I first turned on the camera, you can see he's parked up a little further, and because I had to mount the camera on the dash and everything. That's when I pulled up to the stop sign. He said, "Oh, okay, I better get out of here." So that means that prick must have been driving in order to beat the 14-second rule, right? Because I started the camera from the time I fucking seen the back of his truck. It was only 14 seconds. I had plenty of time to be able to see him, even if he was a half a mile in front of me, a mile in front of me. You've seen the road that I just took you on. Not that any of this, what I'm telling you, is a big deal. I'm just pointing it out more or less to show this guy's bosses that, as a matter of fact, all of them, because I'm sure there's several of them. It's not always the same guy. Sometimes they're parked up here on the side of this road right here where my mouse is way up here. Sometimes they're parked right here. And I'll see them coming down when I'm coming up the road, and they pretend like they're on their computer, or they pretend like they're just pulled over or something like that. And what's amazing about it to me is, number one, their plates are always the same. They're always these 4-digit plates, 4-digit license plates, and they always have symbolization on the plates. And they also spray their plates with that camera spray. I talked about it in the other video and I accidentally said spray the camera. I meant spray the license plates because they use that license plate spray. So if you do film their plates, it's not going to show up on the plate. That's why I said the plate numbers out loud when I'm doing the videos. So, so let's play on here. So I'll show you the next one, I think is what I'm going to get into next. So let's see, I'm going to make the corner here. Hold on a second. Okay, so I give up on the prick, right? And then I say, okay, I'm not gonna get him. Hold on again. Okay, so, oops, did I hit something? I did hit something. Fucking thing. The computers are slow as hell. It's taking me 5 minutes every time I gotta do this because the computer isn't shutting off and on. What I wanted to point out is when I make this turn down here, way down here, there's a gas station. So the other day, the dude that's in the silver truck that I'm about to show you pulled into the gas station like 2 cars away from me, and he looked a little bit off anyway. He kept staring at my car, staring at me, and I just felt suspicious about him. I just was suspicious, and just like the people I'm suspicious of when I'm online, same thing. I always set them up with a little something, and let's see what they're gonna do. And I like kind of like I do with my phone numbers. If I feel like okay, well, someone might be real, and I don't know, then I know that I'm ready to give up on my phone and my phone number, and it's gonna cost me $100 to get a new phone, because sometimes you just say you have to take a chance. There was somebody that was on. Some people have serious ailments, and I'm trying to help them, and not knowing that they're just seeing me as a sucker, and they're actually agents who are trying to fuck with me, so track me, locate me, find where I am, that kind of thing, for whatever they're gonna set me up on. Again, who knows? Use your imagination. They can pull anything out of their fucking hat if they want, especially with all the shit that I'm calling people out on. It's pretty fucking big. You may not realize that the average viewer, the average person, the average citizen may not believe the shit that I'm showing you, because you're just so stuck in zombie world that you just think everything, the propaganda and the fucking media and the life that we live, we think is true, and it's not. So I'm trying to call people out on this. And anyways, my point of this is that I went all the way downtown. I said, fuck it, I'm going to give up on him, right? So I go all the way downtown. I go to the gas station. I sit in the gas station for like, I don't know, a few minutes, because I was going to go in and get a coffee and get gas and all this shit. And I said, you know what? For some reason, I want to check out that other silver truck that was in that driveway just to make sure it wasn't the one that I seen. It didn't look like it. The back window looked too small. So I wasn't sure about it. So I turned around after just thinking in my car for about 3 to 5 minutes. It was such perfect timing, right? And I start heading back up. So the reason why I'm stopping here is because this car gives you an indication of where I was. So right there, where that car just drove by us, in this view here, that was me, right? So now hold on, I'm going to show you. Hold on. Okay, so here's me coming back from the gas station. And when I got up to the top of the hill, I was going to turn right. Now, right here, right where I am, that lawn right there is the same right turn that this guy was parked on. And wouldn't you know, here he comes with a big surprised look on his fucking face. And his windows are tinted, so I can't get a good look at him to confirm it's the same dude that was at the gas station the other day that I'm talking about. I really can't say for sure, but that sure looks like the truck that he was claiming that was his father's. And I didn't look at the plate that day. I didn't even bother. I figured he was somebody that might be fucking with me, and that's why I gave him my phone number. I said, let's see what happens. Let's see if let's see if he tracks me. Let's see if this guy tracks me. So sure enough, I pull out of here today, and there he is on the fucking corner. If it's that same dude, I believe it is. So which means I have his phone number. I have everything now, because now that I know who he is, I can track him. Which I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna waste my time. I got other more important shit to do. But I am gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna change vehicles again. I'm gonna trade vehicles with one of my friends, and I'm also gonna get rid of my phone because they're tracking my phone. I'm obviously gonna have to trash my computers and get new computers because they're tracking all of them. The iPad's all fucked up. It's always pausing and starting and doing all kinds of shit. And I'm gonna mention a couple other things in here while I'm talking conspiracy shit. Okay, so over the years, you always were told that the little camera at the top of your computer to watch out for it, but it doesn't matter. You can put tape over your camera if you want. Doesn't matter. You know the microphones they can turn them off and on and listen to what's being said. Anyways, right? It's as easy for anybody to do. Anyone can hack in now. Everybody's a fucking hacker. Okay, so this is nothing, no big deal. But what is a big deal is that you might not know about, and I'll draw you some pictures of it. They can make a camera to look at you out of any of these pixels that are in this screen right here. And I caught them doing it a couple times because I always have a camera in my hand going like this on the computer. One day I was doing that and I saw something that looked like a little, it looked like a little drop. It looked like a drop of water, right? Tiny, tiny little drop of water. When I went right up to it, I was like, what the fuck is that, right? And as I started looking, it's got notches coming out of it, though. Fucking thing, man. It's got these little, I call them claws. So you picture a little circle inside of a little square, because the pixels are square, but inside the square pixel is a circle. And then on the outside of along the outsides of the square are these four little hooks, as if the hooks just. So I seen it one time to the left side of the screen. That's why I'm pointing to the left side of the screen. I seen it. I confirmed it. They could see me actually looking at it, and I'm wiping it, and I went and got cleaner, and I'm trying to clean it, and it's still fucking there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was a little tiny fucking camera lens, is what it looks like. So the only reason I even saw it is because because of the camera shit, and I had something on my camera that nobody would ever do to look at a screen, and I used to get ranked out about it, and which it's very simple. It's a what do you call it? It's a little micro telescope, right? It's a telescopic lens that goes on your camera. Cheap, $12. I got it right there in my sack. Because I had that telescopic lens on my camera and I was zooming in and out like this, otherwise I would have never fucking seen it, just like nobody else will ever see it. That's why I'm pointing it out, since I'm talking conspiracy shit anyway. I just want you all to know camera shit don't mean nothing. They don't care about your cameras anymore, because I've caught in that same fucking thing in other positions on my computer. They can choose any pixel they want, and boom, the camera pops out, and it's so tiny, it's the size of a pixel in your screen that you can't even see it, but they can see you. So I did a little porno for them when I found it and everything like that, and I was waiting for them to post it on my video, because they also break into my channels and they delete my videos. And I always said, I wonder why the people that delete my videos don't put up like these videos of saying, this guy's an asshole, what a loser, and don't listen to him, that kind of thing, like they do to a lot of people. When they steal your channel, that's what they usually do. But they weren't doing that to me, and they were stealing my channel from, fuck, man, the first year I was doing this, which was more than 5 years ago. And they stole my channel from a lot of different places, from 4 or 5 towns around me, and then all the way as far as across the oceans. They were supposedly, according to YouTube. And I got locked out of my own channel, could not get back into my own channel, because they said that I was the one stealing the channel. I had to prove that I was not stealing the channel. So I finally proved that I wasn't stealing the channel. Then I had to go through and confirm that all these other people were not me, which I did. And they kept running me through that same rigmarole every fucking time, right? So, okay, I just wanted to mention that. So right here to the right is the street that he was pulling down. So if I didn't come back right at the moment that I did, if my intuition, if you want to call it that, didn't tell me, you know what, just go back over there, just take a ride back up. I mean, it kind of sucks that you missed them. Let's go back up and take a ride back down this road, right, and see if we can catch him. Maybe he's going to come back up the road, pull out of one of those side streets or something, right? So as I'm coming up this street, there he is with his blinker on. So I had my blinker on to turn right. I seen him. We looked at each other the best that we could. I mean, he had a hat on. It's hard to see his face. He was the same shape as the dude that was at the gas station the other day, but I can't say for sure because of the tinted windows, the glasses, the hat, all that shit, right? So, but I could tell he was fucking surprised to see me. So there was nobody behind me, so it was perfect. It was like all the fucking stars were with me. So he takes the right turn. He expects me to take a right turn. I didn't. I shut my blinker off, and I kept going straight and followed him. So here we go. So let's turn the volume up.
Okay, so this is the dude in front of me right now that been following me.
Okay, so he's doing right now, he's doing about 10, 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. So the people that were in front of him that turned off, he's taking advantage of that, jumping ahead, and he's speeding. So I didn't want to speed. This road is filled with stadies and stuff like that, so I didn't know if I was being led into a speed trap or something. Who the fuck knows? So I'm not going to bother chasing anybody down. But I certainly wanted to see who the fuck he was and find out, maybe, and probably not even confront them. So anyways, here we go. So I'll also mention, as I'm driving back from here, I'll show it to you, but on the left-hand side of this road right here, there's another car that was also tracking me. So I found him after I chased this guy away. I found this other dude that was over here, but let's finish up with this guy.
See if I can get close enough to him. I'll put the light up here to get his plate number.
So you see how much further he's, trying to stay away from me. So the only time he slows down is if he gets people in front of him.
Just got him coming back off the street, so I don't know where the hell he had turned down from. We'll see. And I probably won't get close enough to get the camera because they put that spray shit over the fucking camera. So let's see what his plate says. DL42. Okay, so he's an official plate. DL42, and he's got some kind of official logo on it.
Okay, so right in front of him now, he's got a truck. He sees a couple different things. He can't turn left into here. He can't turn right into here because he knows I'll follow him right in, right? So he's not going to do anything. He needs to get away, but he can't because there's these cars in front of him. Well, this first car in front of him was about to turn and take a right into here, but I got lucky because he got a red light. So
I don't know what the hell that logo is. I'll have to look it up.
okay, wait till it comes to a complete stop. The wiper drops down, and I don't think I'm going to get anything, but let's see if I can at least see the logo better. Okay, so what they do is they put this fucking spray on the plate that blurs out the plate. So there's this little logo on the left-hand side. I already looked for the logo to see if I could find it. It's nowhere under the regular things. Now it's a red plate. The numbers are red, but the state was hard to see because of his truck also. So I wasn't really. Now I know it was Massachusetts, but at the time I did not know. I didn't know what state it was going to actually be. So let's see. I'll show you that. So I just wanted to show you this, and then we're gonna watch him do this little stunt. Okay, so just pay attention here to the vehicles that are in front and how he's gonna take off and bolt. He thinks I'm gonna chase him or something, right? He's got those two cars in front of him, but he's gonna take off real fast. So he goes in, he hits the gas, and he takes off again, speeding to get away, thinking that I'm gonna chase him down.
So that was something. So I got him. I got him. So I'll go.
So now here I come back down the street. So as I'm coming back down the street, I see on the right-hand side another car that I have not seen before. It was not the black SUV from the other day, because the other day it was a black SUV, and I did not get the plate number from that one. But this one,
Watching these guys
I felt it was worth it. So I came back.
My phones. They're tracking me. Watching my family's homes, my sisters, my uncles.
Not yet.
So they're on me. I don't know what the fuck it's about. I'm assuming from my YouTube channel, calling them out about everything. But that's definitely an official plate of some kind.
Yeah, the plate is an official plate. It's a specialty plate, they call them specialty plate. So I looked on this on all the specialty plates that are in Massachusetts, because now that I know the plate is a Mass plate, I looked at all the specialty plate offers, and it doesn't fall under any of them. So next thing I have to do, because it's hard to tell what it even is. Is it a tree? Is it because I have to look at some of those possibilities as well too. Is it a forestry truck? Is it a insurance company, which is most likely what it is? So if you got 10 agents, investigators, insurance investigators that are all running at the same company, they're all using the same license plates, and they'll use the same thing. So now, but it was a little bit funny because one of the other cars from last year or the year before, I also had photographs and videos of that vehicle. And then I also have photos and videos of the ones that were driving by friend's house, family's house, that kind of thing, because they all have cameras on their homes. So when they tell me that there's a car parked outside their house on the wrong side of the street, parked the wrong way, and after I left their home, all of a sudden that car drove away and followed me. So then they'll call me and they'll let me know this, and then I look around, oh, okay. And then they'll say, yeah, I got it on camera. And then I run back and I get the video of it, right? But again, I don't like to make my videos about this, because these are just distractions as far as I'm concerned. These are all distractions. They're going to try to keep me away from showing you what it is I'm trying to show you. So I'm not going to waste too much time on this. I just want to point it out to you people that this is how it works. Hopefully you're fucking smart enough to know this is how it works now. Yeah, it's not good for anybody. It's not just a pain in my balls, but you're all getting fucked. It's not like I'm the only one that got fucked here. There's 7.8 billion of us, and no one's opening their eyes, no one's going and looking, no one's paying attention. And I've tried to call out a lot of big names over the last 5 years, people that were big names that would not fucking go look. If they are, they're agents, and they're not willing to share this with you. So I don't know. I'm about to start a new series, but now that I'm going to have to go through this shit, again, distractions, I gotta, I can't stay in my normal places that I would normally stay. I can't. So I have to go find other housing. I have to go find someplace else to stay. I have to find another place with internet access, because Block Island, I don't have any internet access on Block Island. I don't think they followed me to Block Island. I think they followed me as far as Rhode Island. And then the year before, they only followed me as far as when I caught the boat in New London. So I went to New London, parked my car at a friend's house, and then jumped on a boat. So because I knew I was going to be staying for a few months, and I didn't want to pay park my car. So this time I was only going for a couple weeks at a time, so it was not as big of a deal to park my car in Rhode Island. So they followed me to Rhode Island. That was just a couple weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago or something. And then when I got to Block Island, I did no longer see the car. But then again, I don't know what the person who was driving the car looked like. So they could have been right on the ferry with me. Who the hell knows, right? Okay, so I'm going to hit play again. So right up here on the right-hand side,
it was
coming up
perfect
here.
timing, because I went up and down the street, couldn't find him. I don't know where the hell he turned on and off to. And then finally, when I was coming back, that's when I caught his plate.
Shit, I went too far. I missed it. All right, so back a little ways. Fuck. Let's see. I missed
Perfect
it.
timing, because I went up and down the street, couldn't find him. I don't know where the hell he
I mention it in here. As I'm passing him, I say, look, there's another one. I say on my right-hand
turned on
side.
and off to. And then finally, when I was coming back, that's when I caught his plate.
Right there. Right there. He was right in right.
Probably another one right there.
Yep, see?
Let's see.
So right there, So that same car that was just there on the right-hand side, I've seen him parked down the street several times over, I don't know, the last year or so. So they don't always send the same car. Good for them. A little wise. Someone working there is at least has a half a wit. So that same Subaru, same vehicle. I was not confident about the license plate all the other times. So what I did is I said, you know what, let's just go check it out. So there's actually a pathway that goes through all these trees to the other side, and it's an easy walk. So what I did was I turned right. After I figured this out, I went down the street. I thought about it for another minute or two or whatever. I said, I wonder if he's still there. I wonder if it's gonna. So, and because he was sitting in his car, it's funny because that parking lot was just built, and it doesn't belong to any house or anything. It was just somebody paved an area off the side of the road. The town did, I guess, or something. So it's kind of weird. It's only being used by cops in order to hide in the bushes a little bit. It's just a paved little area that it doesn't belong to anybody. It's a city property, I would imagine, because I don't see it doesn't belong to that house that's over by there. So, anyways, through these woods on the right-hand side, there's a lot of different walking paths to walk through and get back up to this road to see. So I did, and I came back up, and I got his plate number. So, so I just wanted to point these things out. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to use these videos and I'm posting them on my channel because I'm thinking, and along the way over the last 5 years, there's a little bit here and a little bit there. It might even have something to do with some of the reasons why some of the videos. I always wonder, why are they deleting this video and why are they deleting that video? It might have had to do with that. It might have been because in my crosshairs of making videos of the clouds, the trees, and all that shit, and the shit that I'm interested in showing you, all of a sudden one of them all of a sudden passes through my camera, and I'm not even paying attention, right? I may not even see it. And my camera goes down, I'm in the lot, whatever, and then it goes back up into the clouds usually. So I'm thinking that most likely some of those were caught on those cameras, right? Because the ones that are driving by homes of my family and friends, that's harassment. That's harassment. I don't give a shit what agency they're with, that's still harassment. So whether they're feds or they're CIA or they're local investigators, insurance investigators, government investigators, whoever the fuck they are, and I'm sure they're all of the above, because everything that I'm showing you guys is a big deal, and they cannot let you know that it's a big fucking deal. So they have to take me out with some other stupid shit. They have to find something stupid to try to take me out with. They can't come and say, oh, it's because of his YouTube channel that you can't say this about the mineral streets. You can't talk this way about the true creator and the false creator, and showing people the true creator. They cannot call any claims of reality to what I'm doing, because it would show that everything they're trying to tell you is a lie. So they cannot. They have to fucking find some other thing to take me out on. And that's what they're doing. So they're going to set me up for something. I don't know what. They could set me up. I don't want to give them any ideas. They're obviously not all that fucking bright, in my opinion. But, actually they're geniuses, in my opinion, because that's the whole problem. Everybody's a bunch of fucking geniuses, So it pisses me off that they're doing this, and because it's distracting. Now I have to fucking pack up my shit and fucking go again and leave again. And I don't like having to do things on other people's terms. I'd rather do them on my own terms, right? All right, so before this video ends, I'm gonna just say to Will, Will, if you're with me, I don't know. I sent you a message. I'm obviously, you see the predicament I'm in here. So I don't have Messenger. I don't go on Facebook anymore. I don't do Twitter. I don't do any of that shit. YouTube was the only thing I was doing. Rumble and those other ones, I don't trust them either, but I may go to them next because I'm going to get shut out of YouTube. I still don't know where I'm going to go to next. I have a couple ideas. I may end up in Connecticut or I may end up in Florida. I'm not sure which one of those two. I don't think I'm going to go back out to Block Island. They don't really have the room for me anyways, and they also don't have internet, so I would not be able to. They have internet on the island, but just the people that I'm staying with don't. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do any of that. So what I'll tell you is this. Go ahead and start posting the videos. You see what I'm doing. You see how I'm doing trees, skin, animals, what you call clouds, the mineral streets, whatever you want to do videos of. They can be short videos. 5-10 minute videos is great if that's all you can get in. Whenever you think that you see something, you know, I could go for that tree right there if I wanted to, like whatever, you know. So if the clouds are not good on a certain day, and you know, so there's a lot of things I can explain to you, and I will throughout doing a series with you. And I'm hoping that you're a real person. I don't think you're the agent that's doing this. I don't think so, anyways. But I think I know who the agent is on YouTube now. Because there's several of them, and you got to remember, I have 124 subscribers, and only 7 or 8 of them is listed in my subscribers. The rest of them are all, I don't know who they are. They don't show themselves to me or anything. So I don't know. They could all be agents for all I know. I just figured they were all robots. Whoever was not an agent was a robot, is what I figured. But every once in a while, somebody real comes along, and they don't understand what it is I'm showing them, and then they just walk away. Others get fearful of what I'm showing them, and they run away. That's what ends up keep happening. So I'll say to you, I'd like to do a series with you. Even if you are an agent, I'll find you out for being an agent, and I'll call you out on it. It's not a big deal, no big deal. So I'll play along up until I have some evidence that you are, but I don't think you are. You know, looking at your channel and stuff like that, and messaging you back and forth a couple times, I don't get the impression that you are. And I'm going to do the next series, I believe, is going to be to Clayton and Natalie Morris, Morris. They run the YouTube channel, and they're on other channels, Rumble, I think, as well, known as Redacted. Redacted is the name of their channel, and I like them. I'm going to give them a try. They seem to be on the awakening, and I just think that they might be real people. So I'm going to call them out for namesake, right? For their namesake, and to also share with them the opportunity to go see everything it is I've been showing everyone else for the last 5 years. That we can all see the system for ourselves. We don't need these lying motherfuckers anymore. We really don't. And then, so I don't know how long, though. So if you want to, I'm going to ask you, if you, just tell you now while I'm doing this video, because I don't know when I'm going to have video access again. It might not be for a couple weeks again now. Go ahead and start uploading videos to your channel, mimicking what I'm doing on my channel. And then once you do, I will go in and I will, under the next series, I will use your videos, remaster them, and use them so that we're kind of working as a team together. What that does is it shows anybody else that might come along to the videos that it's not a me thing. It's not CGI. It's not anything fake. What I'm showing you guys is real, and you can all see it all around you. You know, you don't need me to show it to you. It was always there. We were just lied to so badly that it's hard for people to get their heads around all the lies. They don't want to go that far. It interferes with their lives, as you can see, as what I'm showing you now. So that's why it's important that it can't be people that, like me and you, Will, we're just nobodies, right? At least I am anyway. We're nobodies. We're very easy to take out, and then nobody ever is wiser about it at all. My channel disappears, I disappear, nobody knows whatever fucking happened. This, what I'm showing you people, is the biggest fucking thing you've seen in 6,000 years, at least 6,000 years. More likely 6 to 10,000 years, but whatever. Nobody has seen what it is I'm showing you in thousands of years. Now I'm finally showing it to you. I'm showing you that we all had this technology at one time. It was taken away from us. We were lied to. So after one of the resets, they started lying to our ancestors right from the get-go. Back when we're just a couple million people back after one of the resets. And the reason why this is important, Will, is because they're about to hit the reset button again. I've been trying to softly talk about it so that my channel don't get shut down. I've been trying to quietly mention it here and there in my videos in a way that does not attract attention to me, but it still has to be said. And now that we're getting down to the final moments of this, and I'm not saying that they're gonna do the reset right now in the next couple months, because I don't think they will. I think we're still have a couple years left. I think we still have, 1 to 2 years before they figure out what they're going to do. There's going to be a lot more crazy shit that's going to happen politically. And it's happening all over the earth. That's another reason why I'm choosing redacted. What am I at for minutes here? I'm out of time. There's my 46 minutes, right? Yeah. All right. So I'll try to explain more when I come back. I'll try to hit the internet, but I don't know that I'll have time to do videos. If I catch these pricks following me anywhere again or around, then I will definitely get them on video and continue doing this here and there, but I'm not going to waste too much time on it. Just want to let them know, because they're obviously coming to my channel. That's another thing I do too, is I use the channel to feel them out and see who they are, and who they're connected to. So just like they're doing to me, they track me, so I track them back, whatever.